Oh, I'm Marguerite Galloway at Estevan. I was the first employee, executive director of OSAC. I started in 1974 after being unexpectedly hired. I didn't apply, I was drafted into the position. And so the office was established in Estevan, where it remained for 13 years until 1987. I think OSAC owes a great deal to the pioneers of this organization. I know they've been excellent presidents and boards since, but those first people, Bill Gardner from Moose Jaw, Agatha Dick from Swiss Current, Joe Oliver from Prince Albert, Dorothy Boyd from North Battleford, and Lorraine Thorsrud from Yorkton, those were really the visionaries who wanted to get cultural opportunities available throughout the province. They gave me their constant support and encouragement, and when you combine that with the eagerness of people in rural communities to have more cultural opportunities, it made it a very positive work enjoyment.
Hi, my name is Barbara Flayton Orr, and I was the Performing Arts Coordinator for OSAC and then became the Executive Director. And I worked in total from 1987 to 1980. So that's my connection with OSAC. Well, working with OSAC was really eye-opening for me because I don't think I had really appreciated how much talent there was in this province. So it was so good to meet artists and writers and musicians from all over this province, and realizing how many gems there are in this province. You know, like the museums and the galleries and theaters from all over this province are incredible.
So my name is Jennifer Fitzpatrick. I'm with the Humboldt Area Arts Council, and I've been associated through the council and through OSAC since about the early 1990s. I think OSAC events are I think the favorite for everyone will be Showcase. It really brings together volunteers from across the province who have really become good friends through the Showcase, and really a good chance to get together and really share their passion for the arts and really look at what new exciting things are on the horizon to bring to their communities.
I'm Tanya Vermette from the Yorkton Arts Council. I'm the administrator, and I have been on the OSAC board for 1 year. And I have been part of the Yorkton Arts Council for many years as a concert attendee, and 20 years ago as the visual arts coordinator, so I've been involved for a long time. Over the years, I have seen emerging Canadian talent way before they were ever famous, and we've had them tour through Saskatchewan, which is really exciting when you look back and see all this great talent that's upcoming, and you got the opportunity to be part of that, to be part of their, I guess, musical progression and becoming famous in Canada, that kind of thing, yeah.
My name is Zoe Schneider, and I'm the Visual and Media Arts Coordinator at OSAC. I've worked for OSAC since about 2011, so I've been here for 7 years now. Thinking about one specific event, I couldn't really nail it down to one, but for me, what's been very impactful is going out and doing Arts Council visits with the other coordinators. Just being able to see the impact that we have in the communities, to be able to see the variety of venues that we have and the diversity of venues that we have. We show in council chambers all the way up to bigger staffed galleries and everything in between. So for me, especially when I'm booking exhibitions and when I'm working with artists, really being able to understand where the work is going to show and seeing the communities, seeing the people that are going to be seeing the work is really important.
Tim Rain. I'm with the Langenburg Arts Council, and this is my 3rd year as chair of the board for the provincial board for OSAC. And I spent 6 years on the board previous to that, and I don't know how long I've been on the Langenburg Arts Council. It's been a lot of years. It's a tremendous influence. It It makes a profile for the arts. When OSAC is there, the Arts Council alone would be able to do something, but because OSAC has been present for all these years, it gives the block booking, it gives support, it gives great information about how to do the business part of setting up the performing and the visual arts in the community and showing those off. They needed somebody with technical skills, and I said, sure, I can come help out as long as I don't have to go to meetings.
And did that work out?
Not at all. I have gone to more meetings than I can count.
I'm Gloria Scadden from Weyburn, and I was involved with the Weyburn Arts Council and the Weyburn Concert Series. What I see that OSAC's influence had on our community was the opportunity for the youth and seniors of our community to see live performers. We had a lot of wonderful opportunities, and we met great people and the performers, and you learn from others. And I found the OSAC conventions very enlightening, and it was an opportunity to expand our horizons.
My name is Mark Holt. I'm currently with the Bighorn District Arts Council, which I've been with for 13 years, and I recently helped start the Route 11 Creative Arts Centre, which is the Ormond Arts Council. The biggest thing with OSAC's contributions to our community is that without their assistance, we wouldn't be getting these kind of shows and people wouldn't be seeing these things. So whereas normally Bighorn would be a country music and classic rock town, we're getting all kinds of stuff coming through that people would otherwise completely have no idea that they'd even exist. It was the thing that we did in our family. My mom had been on the board since almost the beginning, and it was just normal for us. So I joined up, and a few years later, my dad followed and joined up, and I'm still determined one year we're going to get my sister involved too.
My name is Denise Holt, and I'm from the Bighorn Arts Council, and I've been a member with the Bighorn Arts Council for 32 years, and I've been a board member for 4 years at the OSAC board. Well, I've always enjoyed the performing arts, but after getting involved with the Bighorn Arts Council, I have met so many wonderful people, and I don't see an end in sight. It's just something I wish to continue, even in my retirement. Like I said, I've been involved for 32 years, and it's something, you know, there's no age barrier. You can continue belonging to Arts Council, and you can just experience wonderful entertainment and meet wonderful people.
So my name's Skip Taylor. I'm the Performing Arts Coordinator at OSAC. I've been here coming up on 8 years. And my job pretty much entails doing all the scheduling and contracting for all the performances that we do every year. Well, it's completely changed. In my prior life, I worked in the commercial music industry, which meant I worked for a big record label in a corporate environment. And so coming to OSAC really changed my complete outlook on arts and music, because it's you get around all these people that are so passionate about sharing artistic experiences with their community. That it's just infectious, and you just become that much more engaged and that much more appreciative of what they do, and then how you're then able to help them, achieve some of their goals by bringing some really cool artists to their community that then their community gets to see, which otherwise they wouldn't. So I would say that's been the big thing, and seeing the passion of the volunteers, it's inspiring, and it makes you want to do better and bring them cooler stuff and interesting shows, so that their hard work is rewarded to the most.
Well, I have actually quite a long affiliation with OSAC. So my name's Jackie Thiessen, and I'm a teacher here at Rostern Elementary School, and I've been teaching there for about 17 years now. I'm involved both with the Station Arts Centre here and the elementary school. So I'm on the Arts committee at the elementary school, and the board, the arts board, is part of the town or whatever. So it's quite a web of organizations, but yeah, that's how I'm connected. This town, OSAC, has had a huge impact on our town. I was looking at a demographics map a couple of years ago, and I was so surprised to see it was all circles and just the number of concerts you've had or events you've had in your community. And I looked at our tiny little town, and it was a huge circle on the map. OSAC has been like deeply involved in this town for many years. We take it for granted, I think, a lot of us, because we're so used to having such high quality people. They just show up, and you have these high quality experiences, and our teachers are just like, good, what's the next one? Almost every year I make some kind of funny mistake in a booking, or there's so many balls in the air that we might be worried that we're going to drop something. And OSAC has been so kind and so understanding. Marianne will call me and say, sorry to remind you again, but you still have to sign up for this. I have just appreciated the people there. The people in the office, when I have been in there, are always wonderful, helpful, and warm. And it really makes it an easy connection to keep going. Yeah.
My name is Marianne Woods, and I'm the Performing Arts Coordinator for schools, the Performing Arts in Schools Tour, and I also do work with the membership, so I'm Membership Liaison Coordinator as well. I've worked for OSAC for 27 years in various capacities. I started out as Performing Arts Assistant in 1990. And I also worked as admin assistant, working with both the visual and performing arts areas. And around 2004, I took over the position of junior concerts coordinator and administrative support. Well, certainly provincially, I think OSAC has had a huge impact on rural Saskatchewan, always in both performing and visual. And we offer the programs as the organization. We offer the performances and in schools and in communities, but it's the volunteers that are the ones that take up the charge and do the work for us. So if it wasn't for them, there would be no OSAC. But we have a great trust and a great working relationship with our volunteers. So provincially, the connections that you make, like for myself, having worked with the organization for 27 years, you become friends and you build good relationships with these individuals across the province. Very much so, because I'm an artist myself, a performing artist. So it's opened up lots of doors to have an opportunity to meet other artists in the province and reach out to them to apply for our programming, whether it be in Saskatoon or Regina or in smaller centers. And so it's really kind of, it's been an extension of my personal life, my life as an artist, and the relationships that I've built with not just performers, but people in rural Saskatchewan all across the province.
My name is Joanne Weiss. I'm with the Assiniboine District Arts Council, and I have been a member since 1982. Definite influence. Prior to becoming an arts council and everything, there were culture events, but this broadened everything as far as the type of programming offered. And my biggest thing is when we brought in Missoula Children's Theatre. We have seen definite results where children have gone on after graduating and are still in the music industry.
My name is Lynn Bailey, and I was the executive director of Prairie Debut from its formation in 1995-96 until I retired from that position in July of 2017. OSAC's influence on the province of Saskatchewan is tremendous. They bring together people from all corners. They treat their presenters with respect. They teach them so many important pieces of information about how to present concerts. They treat the artists with respect. When artists go to Saskatchewan, they feel wanted and welcome, and that's because of what OSAC generates with their presenters and their community. And as far as the national landscape, OSAC is absolutely one of the linchpins that keeps the country together. Artists come from all over and they tour throughout Saskatchewan. They see places that they would never see in any other way. It's such a valuable experience for the artists, but it's also amazing for the communities because they get to see performances and meet musicians and artists that they never would otherwise. Without OSAC, those types of experiences wouldn't happen.
My name is Dennis Garrick, and I was the Executive Director with OSAC from 1992 to 2002. I think OSAC as a provincial organization has been able to make the arts accessible to small communities as well as large communities across the province, and to be able to get both visual and performing arts, because many organizations will specialize in one of those, where OSAC has been able to do both visual and performing arts. The block booking system that OSAC has worked with for years and years is a system that makes the performing arts really accessible in rural Saskatchewan, because the communities and the volunteers are able to access artists and have the administration taken care of by OSAC, and then the performers also have OSAC working on administration on their behalf, and so it's a support to both artists and managers as well as the communities, and so that I think that system has really made performers traveling throughout the province much easier here in Saskatchewan than it is in other provinces.
Well, I'm Crystal Thorburn. I was with the Melville Arts Council first for 10, 11 years, and then we moved, and I'm with the Assiniboia Arts Council now for the last 5 years, so about 16 years I've been with the Arts Council. And I've been on the OSAC board for the last 14 years. Yes. It was my very first showcase that I went to, and it was, the reason it was so memorable is because it opened my eyes to the opportunities and to the vastness of the arts in Saskatchewan, which I didn't realize at the time until I went to showcase and found out that there was so much more out there than what I had first thought there was. So it was amazing. I guess it's deepened my love for the arts. It was always there, but it's deepened and become more, I guess, relevant in my personal life, because I've met such wonderful people along the way, and I would have never been able to meet them if it wasn't through the arts and OSAC.
Hi, I'm Catherine Tomczak, and I'm the Operations Coordinator with OSAC. And my connections with OSAC, I've been here now 8 years, and the time's just flown by. We've had lots of fun. I just think OSAC's a really great organization. We have so many different avenues within our organization that people don't know about us, and it's really great that we have the opportunity to have these events where we can come together and promote ourselves, and how we really impact some of these communities. I don't think would have the option of having art The schools wouldn't have, without our school touring program, the schools wouldn't have the opportunity for these kids to see performances, especially in our northern communities. The schools wouldn't have visual art. And I mean, art is so important within our schools. So I just think, and then on the performing side, touring artists throughout. So I just really think OSAC is so important to the province of Saskatchewan and within Canada. And it's really great that we've been around for 50 years. And I hope we're around for another 50 years because we're really needed within our province.
So I'm Jennifer McCrory, and I was the visual arts coordinator at OSAC from 2002 to 2010. OSAC as an organization, it helped me build up a lot of skills in arts administration and curation, project management, but it also gave me great insight too of what artists are facing at every level, challenges and what opportunities are out there. And also community building too, like using, focusing on arts and culture as a way of community building. That's such a great impact of OSAC. I really appreciated OSAC, and when I moved on to work with other arts organizations, I really appreciated the clear organization that it had. It had such a great structure to it, and it really ran as a well-oiled machine. We used to joke about it as staff, and it is very true. I mean, it has very solid and clear policies and procedures in place, and very clear vision.
I'm Lynn Cott, and I'm on the executive of the Weyburn Concert Series, and basically I'm the chairperson for performing arts. I see it as a huge influence. We've been functioning for over 50 years here, 50 of it with OSAC. And it's surprising, every year we hear somebody say, well, I didn't know you offered performing arts here in Weyburn. So it does have a big impact, and it has a large impact on the seniors, and there are a lot of seniors in Weyburn, because seniors get to the point quite young in their senior years where they don't want to travel at night, so they don't want to go into the concerts in Regina. But they still want to go to concerts. They don't want to watch them on TV, even though for some people that's a comfort zone. You can have popcorn and a beer or a Coke or a cup of tea, cup of coffee, whatever, and you can watch it in the comfort of your living room. But some people really like, and I am one of those, I like to see a live performance. It's just so vital.
Hi, my name's Marilyn Fredsberg, and I'm associated with the Quill Plains Regional Arts Council, Wynyard Branch. We have 4 towns, and I've been with OSAC since 1998, and that's 18 years. I think it's a wonderful opportunity to have live Canadian music or worldwide music come to our small towns, in music or in art. No, it's very positive. It's uplifting, and it's exciting, and it's great to meet the performers when they come to our communities. And they're regular people that have a gift, and they're just expressing it, so it's nice to see, nice to be part of.
I'm Nancy Martin. I was with OSAC for 15 years, and I started as the Performing Arts Coordinator and eventually took over as Executive Director. It was a fabulous job to work at OSAC. It was probably one of the best jobs I've ever had. And to this day, I stand in awe of those who have the guts to stand up on stage and sing or dance or perform in a play. I also admire those artists who can put paint to canvas as an example and express themselves so eloquently through performance or a visual medium. And that has really affected the way I think about art, whether it's performing or visual or other kinds of art. A couple of things I really enjoyed, and I grew into this, was I worked with the board of directors a lot, and so I became a real fan of board governance and good policy, and working with passionate board directors. So that's something that's carried me through in the years to follow.
Hi, my name is Wendy Nelson. I was an artist through OSAC's touring visual arts program. My first experience with OSAC was as an artist having my work tour, and I was part of a small group show. It was artists in residence, community artists, so it was myself and Heather Klein and Belinda Harrow. I think it's a wonderful program. I didn't realize how wonderful it actually was nationally until I went to a showcase, and I was by myself, so I ended up sitting with a bunch of people who were by themselves, and they turned out to be people from BC and Manitoba and Ontario, and they were telling me that they had no traveling visual arts showcase at all. They did music and performances, but no visual arts. So I thought, wow, we really have something special here, you know.
My name is Rosemary McCallum, and I'm the Administrative and Programs Assistant at OSAC. So I do a lot of the work alongside the Performing Arts Coordinator. I also do a lot of work with Showcase and communications throughout the year. The impact that OSAC has in the province, I think, is really summarized well in its tagline, bringing the arts to you, in providing the framework and the support for arts councils to bring in arts like visual arts, dance, music, theater. Literally, OSAC is bringing the arts into communities, and the impact that the arts has in communities is immeasurable. It contributes to one's sense of identity, of place, of learning, of curiosity, of belonging, and of growth. What I would say is that the very first showcase I ever attended in 2012 in Prince Albert, that one made a really big mark because that one was the first one where I actually met the membership and really got to understand the scope of the work that they were doing in their communities. And now, like, every time when I meet with the membership, still their enthusiasm is contagious, and you always leave feeling more hopeful and inspired and invigorated about the positive work that's making our society a better place.
Hi, my name is Sandra Haney, and I've been with Arts Council since February 1994. And I think OSAC has had a big impact on how Weyburn's Arts Council has worked with the community, and they've been a tremendous support on how we present the arts in the community. They've been a valuable resource. They've been very encouraging and help with issues that we've had as a board, or with any issues we've had with dealing with issues that may come up with the art galleries or any of our programs. They've just been a super help.
My name's Trina Redmond, and I'm from the Leader and District Arts Council, and I joined the Arts Council in October 2005. OSAC gives us small communities, and Leader only has 860 people, so it gives us the opportunity to bring in quality, affordable performing arts. Before OSAC, well, I can't draw, I can't sing, and I can't dance. And I used to think it was an old person thing, the Arts Council, and since I've gone to the first showcase and stuff, it's opened up a whole new world to me. I've made great friends through my association with OSAC, and just, it became my passion.
My name is Ward Shell, and my connection to OSAC goes back probably to the mid-'80s when I first heard about OSAC. I returned from Vancouver, being on the coast for several years, and was enlightened by a few artists that I was making connections with about this great organization called OSAC. And then my association became a little bit more direct with them, being invited to adjudicate with regional art shows. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. But also, I also had that reputation of being a leader in supporting the arts community and getting art to the communities because of our far-reaching communities that are scattered all over the place. We're in a unique position here where OSAC just fits so perfectly well with our province and our people. In my position now with the Saskatchewan Arts Board, I still have contact and connection with OSAC because we work hand in hand with OSAC to curate shows occasionally and tour them. So we work with the collection at the Arts Board, and the staff are fantastic, and everybody is just on top of their game, and they're a pleasure to work with. It's just like an extended family is really what it is. Yeah.
Kevin Korchinski, I'm the executive director since 2010, I guess. Have been in the performing arts role from 2004 and did a couple of years as interim executive director and performing arts coordinator from 2007 to 2009 or 10. So it's kind of a little bit of a varied roles over the years. So I think probably provincially the biggest impact is just the literally bringing the arts to you. I mean, we use it as a tagline, but it is truly one of the special things that OSAC does, where small communities and schools in remote communities have access to high quality artistic events that they, in all likelihood wouldn't have access to otherwise. And whether it's, world-class classical artists who have, performed around the world and have trained at Berkeley or Juilliard and are suddenly playing in Watrous or wherever, it's a pretty special thing to have happen. Pretty dramatically. It's I've been in the commercial music world my whole life, and this has given me the opportunity. I mean, I'm very fortunate that I get to see a lot of artists every year around the country, and it has definitely expanded my musical palette in a lot of ways, where I find gems in places that I wouldn't have found them any other way. But one of the real major ways is in the visual arts. I was always, we always had art in our house, visual art in our house when I was growing up and when I was on my own. But the quality of the work that we tour around the province is, to me, unbelievable, and it's really opened my eyes to a lot of Saskatchewan artists that I may not have found anywhere else. But when I first started, and you're exposed to a Martha Cole quilt, and you're just shaking your head at the beauty of it, it's something that I'm not sure many of us would have expected to be exposed to in my everyday life anyway. So.
And I certainly want to extend congratulations to OSAC on the 50th anniversary and hope they have many, many more years to come.
I just want to say congratulations to OSAC. Happy 50th anniversary. I wish I could be there at your banquet, but all the best, and hope that there's another at least 50 more years.
Congratulations to OSAC on making it for 50 years. That's quite an accomplishment, and job well done.
Congratulations on 50 years of presenting visual and performing arts to Saskatchewan, and we appreciate it more than we can say or can show, really, in any way.
Happy 50th anniversary, OSAC.
Yes, congratulations to all of OSAC. 50 years for an organization is a tremendous run. Hopefully it'll go for indefinitely into the future. And yes, all my best wishes to all of the arts councils and the central organization.
I would like to wish OSAC a happy 50th anniversary and wish them continued success.
Happy 50th anniversary, OSAC.
Well, congratulations to OSAC on your 50th anniversary, and I'm sure we'll be around for another 50 years, so congratulations.
Hey OSAC, how you doing?